Welcome to Biology, the scientific study of life. Essential fatty acids. Animals can synthesize most of the fatty acids they need. The essential fatty acids, the ones they cannot make, are certain unsaturated fatty acids having double bonds. In humans, for example, linoleic acid must be present in the diet. This essential fatty acid is required to make some of the phospholipids found in membranes. The diets of humans and other animals generally furnish ample quantities of essential fatty acids, and those deficiencies are rare. Vitamins. Vitamins are organic molecules required in the diet in amounts that are quite small compared with the relatively large required quantities of essential amino acids and fatty acids. Tiny amounts of vitamins may suffice from about 0.01 to 100 milligram per day. Depending on the vitamin, however, vitamin deficiencies can cause several problems. So far, 13 vitamins essential to humans have been identified. They have extremely diverse physiological functions. Vitamins are grouped into two categories: water-soluble vitamins and fat-soluble vitamins, as shown in this table. The water-soluble vitamins include the B complex, which consists of several compounds that generally function as coenzymes in key metabolic process. Vitamin C, also water-soluble, is required for the production of connective tissue. Excessive of water-soluble vitamins are excreted in urine, and moderated overdoses of these vitamins are probably harmless. The fat-soluble vitamins are A, G, E, and K. They have a wide variety of functions. Vitamin E is incorporated into visual pigments of the eye. Vitamin D aids in calcium absorption and bone formation. The function of vitamin E is not yet fully understood, but along with vitamin C, it seems to protect the phospholipids in membranes from oxidation. Vitamin K is required for blood clotting. Excess of fat-soluble vitamins are not excreted but are deposited in body fat, so overconsumption may result in an accumulation of these compounds to toxic levels. The subject of vitamin dosage has heated scientific and popular debate. Some think that it is sufficient to meet recommended daily allowance RDAS, the nutrients intakes proposed by nutritionists to maintain health. Others think that RDAS are set too low for some vitamins, and a fraction of those people think, probably mistakenly, that massive doses of vitamins confer health benefits. Research is far from complete, and debate continuous, especially over optimal doses of vitamin C and E. At this time, all that can be said that with any certainty is that people who eat a balanced diet are not likely to develop symptoms of vitamin deficiency. Minerals are simply inorganic nutrients, usually required in small amounts from less than 1 milligram to about 2,500 milligram per day. As with vitamins, minerals requirements vary in different animal species. Humans and other vertebrates require relatively large quantities of calcium and phosphorus for the construction and maintenance of bone. Calcium is also necessary for the normal functioning of nerves and muscles, and phosphorus is also an ingredient of ATP and nucleic acids. Iron is a component of some cytochromes that function in cellular respiration, and of hemoglobin, the oxygen binding protein of red blood cells. Magnesium, iron, zinc, copper, manganese, selenium, and molybdenum are cofactors built into the structure of certain enzymes. Magnesium, for example, is present in enzymes that split ATP. Vertebrates need iodine to make thyroid hormones, which regulate metabolic rate. Sodium Potassium and chlorine are important in nerve functioning and also in maintaining the osmotic balance between cells and the interstitial fluid. Most people ingest far more salt sodium chloride than they need. For example, an average USA citizen eats enough salt to provide about 20 times the required amount of sodium. Much of this salt is hidden in packaged prepared foods, even those that may not taste salty. Ingesting an excess of salt or several other minerals can upset homeostatic balance and cause toxic side effects. For example, too much sodium is associated with high blood pressure, and excess iron can cause liver damage, and so on. Notice the stable mineral requirements of humans. Notice one major dietary source: calcium A. Dairy products, dark green vegetables, legumes, and some major functions in the body: bone and tooth formation, blood clotting, nerve and muscle function, and possible symptoms of deficiency: retarded growth, possible loss of bone mass. Phosphorus, their products, meats, grains, and some major functions in the body: bone and tooth formation, acid base balance, nucleotide synthesis, and possible symptoms of deficiency: weakness, loss of minerals from bone, calcium loss, sulfur S, proteins from many sources, some major functions in the body: components of certain amino acids, possible symptoms of deficiency, symptoms of protein deficiency. Potassium, meats, dairy products, many fruits and vegetable grains, some major functions in the body: acid base balance, water balance, nerve function, possible symptoms of deficiency: muscular weakness, paralysis, nausea, heart failure. Chlorine, Cl, table salt, and some major functions: acid base balance, formation of gastric juice, nerve function, osmotic balance, possible symptoms of deficiency: muscle cramps, reduced appetite. Sodium, Na, table salt, acid base balance, water balance, nerve function, muscle cramps, reduced appetite. Magnesium, Mg, whole grains, green leafy vegetables. Cofactor, ATP, bioenergetics, and nerve system disturbances. Iron, Fe, meats, eggs, legume, whole grains, green leafy vegetable, component of hemoglobin and electron carriers in energy metabolism. Enzyme cofactor: iron deficiency, anemia, weakens, impaired immunity. Fluorine F, drinking water, tea, seafood, maintenance of tooth and probably bone structure, higher frequency of tooth decay. Zinc, Zn, meats, seafood, grains, components of certain digestive enzymes and other proteins, growth failure, scaly skin, inflammation, reproductive failure, impaired immunity. Copper, seafood, nuts, legumes, organ meats, enzymes, cofactor, and iron metabolism. Melanin synthesis, electron transport, anemia, bone and cardiovascular changes. Manganese, Mn, nuts, grains, vegetable, fruity, enzyme cofactor, abnormal bone and cartilage. Iodine, seafood, dairy products, iodized salt component, thyroid hormones, goiter, enlarged thyroid, cobalt, meats and dairy products, components of vitamin B12, non-expected as B12 deficiency. Selenium, Ca, seafood, meats, whole grains, enzyme cofactor and antioxidant, functioning in close association with vitamin A. Muscle pain, possible heart muscle deterioration, and chromium, Cr, brors, yeast, liver, seafood, meats, some vegetables involved in glucose and energy metabolism, impaired glucose metabolism. Also, dibinum, Mo, legumes, grains, some vegetables, enzyme cofactor, disorder in excretion of nitrogen containing compounds. Back to vitamin requirements of a human. Water soluble vitamins: vitamin B, thiamine, and vitamin B, riboflavin, and niacin, vitamin B, pyridoxine, and pantothenic acid, folic acid, vitamin B12, biotin, vitamin ascorbic acid C. pork, legume, peanut, whole grains, coenzyme used in removing CO2 from organic compounds, and so on.